Hello professionals around the world, welcome to my channel. Zoom communication has become a way of life. But can it be effective, engaging, even fun? You bet! In this video, I will share some tips and tricks with you as to how you can communicate more effectively on Zoom and even have some fun doing so. This is Adrienne here with Communication Plus, helping you communicate with clarity and confidence as you're shaping the world. If you're new here, be sure to click on the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any relevant content. It comes your way every Thursday. So here's the thing, Zoom communication is awesome. We are able to continue our important work remotely, we are able to go to events far away from us that otherwise would not be accessible, and connect with people anywhere on the planet really. There are a couple of aspects of communication, however, that occur in real life in the physical world naturally, but on Zoom, we need to think conscientiously about reproducing. And these are creating that personal connection that we naturally create in the physical world and creating engagement. I will cover 3 topics today: how and why to incorporate small talk, how to engage participants, and how to enhance communication through body language. Let's talk about small talk. Small talk is an important but often underestimated part of our communication, especially in professional settings. By the way, I have a dedicated video about small talk. I will link it for you right here in a card. Small talk is not just frivolous chatter. Small talk creates a sense of connectedness and increases psychological safety among people. If we want to be effective, we need both. Small talk can happen one of 2 ways. You can either build it into your regular meeting, or you can have some separate meetings dedicated only to social time. This latter solution is what Simon Sinek's team does, and they call it the Huddle. It's really a cute, wonderful thing that they do, and I will link a video for you about their Huddle practice. A 2017 Harvard Business Review article writes that team members that exchange some funny stories or embarrassing stories about themselves and then do some brainstorming produce 26% more ideas as opposed to teams where members don't know each other so well. So sharing a bit of small talk before we get to business not only creates a sense of closeness, but it also contributes to our effectiveness. If you go with the former solution, that is build it into your regular meetings, there are some simple things you can do that will really encourage people to open up and feel personally connected to each other. For example, you can go around the room, give everyone just about 30 seconds, and encourage them to share a happy news from their lives. This doesn't have to be anything earth-shaking. A nice meal they had, a good coffee they had, a good conversation they had, an achievement of their child, whatever it is, you'll be surprised by how happy people are about sharing about themselves. Another way you can incorporate small talk in your meeting is to have a question of the week. Some fun question that people can just have a simple answer to and learn about each other that way. And lastly, another Zoom-friendly social game that Simon Sinek's team plays is the sweet and sour. You share a piece of sweet news, good news about your life, and a piece of not so good news. The 2 hopefully will balance each other out. Another huge challenge on Zoom is to engage people. Have you ever gone to a Zoom meeting or presentation with the best intentions, with interest and excitement, and then pretty soon you started to zone out, didn't really see the screen very clearly, and lost your attention? It happens. Just because staring at a screen just makes us tired and sleepy. We need to be engaged. Here are some ideas as to how you can engage people when it's your turn to call a meeting or give a presentation. One great way to engage people is to give them some roles. And roles should be simple, interactive, and ongoing during your whole event. A few roles that I can think of are that of a moderator, chat manager, timekeeper, maybe a poll manager, and whatever other roles you can think of that are appropriate for your event will be fine. People like to be involved in any way they can, and having a role will keep them engaged during the whole event. Also, in any given group, there will be the introverts and the extroverts, the real talkers and the quiet ones. I just taught a class to postgraduate university students, and I actually called on some of the quieter participants. Later they told me that they appreciated that. If in your meeting you have people giving short presentations or reports, It also helps to determine the order of speakers so that no extra time is taken up by figuring out who goes next. Set some time limits so people don't have to listen to the real talkers forever. And if your event is any longer than 40 minutes maximum, build in some stretching breaks. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Even those participants who seem a little stiff and formal will be very happy to take some deep breaths and take up some space. Another way to engage people is by setting up some polls and then running your polls. If you do so, be sure to make your poll questions very, very simple. And lastly, encourage people to use the chat. You know how it's hard to take turns, especially in case of a larger group on Zoom, because only one person can talk at a time, but people will be happy to express an opinion or ask a question if they can just use the chat and there is someone there to manage the chat. And my last tip is that you enhance communication through body language. No matter what literature you consult, any expert literature will put the role of body language in communication between 60 and 90%. Body language is important, and if people don't have their cameras on, that is completely lost. So when you organize an event, or when you're an attendee at an event, make sure that you have your camera on, that you have lights on your face, and that you're looking into your camera, not on your screen. So people whom you're meeting with get the impression that you're actually making eye contact with them. If you happen to be at an interview, I think it's nice for your face to be seen as much as possible. Otherwise, a long arm length from the camera, about 50-60 centimeters, tends to be a good distance for your body language to be seen as well. Those feeling emojis, you know, the heart, the smile, the clap, and the like, are really cute on Zoom. But if you ask your participants to use their actual physical hands, they will be very happy to give you a thumbs up, for example, or whatever other feeling they might have. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please let me know in the comments how you like to liven up your Zoom meetings. Take care now.